stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group. 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 First things first, ACB, we all about it. That's a roller, that's a score. Ain't no other way around it. Grew the channel from a minor to a major. Yeah, we players in the damn game. Now they wanna pay us. You wanna advertise your stock? You can come and holler. We got members that are ready to drop all them dollars. Back it up, we can back it up. 20,000 subscribers, oh my God, you can add it up. Come in below, getting on the go. Sell it up high, we buy it down low. We brought you pivot, we the shits there. What's your decision? Either standing or you sitting. Making so many videos, I'm like, here we go. So many top controls, damn, I'm like, adios. I'm staying positive, all the members are dope too. If you wanna get big money, we can show you. Welcome to Rich TV.
The least fired Babcock?
What we talk about stocks,
Damn.
cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group. 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 We in the second round. Look where I am. He told you what to get. Yeah, he told you what I am. Getting busy. I'm getting busy. They wonder about the kid like who is he? The market crazy. Manipulation. I'm finna get this money. It's all in determination.
Good weed, good weed.
I roll it up. I smoke it up. I'm like,
Ooh wee.
look back. Who you think brought you
Chemistry.
now it's up 100%, that's the recipe. That's the antidote. Damn, your antidote. Watch me dance, I'm a prance like an antelope. Zena, you know that we been blessed. I'm talking about the stock, not the warrior princess. Watch the big stocks rocking through the roof. And if you're looking for winners, you can fucking join the group. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. What we talk about stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green.
Something that you never seen.
Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group.
You can join the group. You can join the group. You can join the group. You can join the group.
Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. What we talk about stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green.
Something that you never seen.
Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group. 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 Dropping hits and picks 24/7. It's true. Rich TV Live and Ill Kid.
So, Ill Kid, I was talking to Ill Kid today. I was like, yo, Ill Kid, man, the more act past the house. He's like, yo, I'm on it, man. Just like that. He's on it. New song coming out apparently tonight. Apparently tonight. We'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, man. Yo, Dan the IT guy, TCNNF and Cure are up green. Yeah, man. Hey, man, congratulations. You're buying the best, bro. Told you guys that Truly was number one. Been telling you guys for a long time that Truly was number one, and their revenue proves it. Their revenue growth, their profitability proves that they're number one. 23.9 million in adjusted operating income. Too good to, beat down. Too good to pass up. Trulieve is just one of those deals. They're the best. That's why they're blessed. You called it, Dan. You said the MORE Act, Safe Banking Act. You called it, bro. Straight up, man. Straight up, man. You called it, bro. You were right, man. It's crazy. It's as if they planned this. They're like, all right, let's short it down for 8 months, and then we're going to pass the MORE Act at the House November 20th, 2019, and shit's going to fly. Right? It was like they planned it. How perfect. Down, 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 down. Everybody's selling for a loss. I didn't sell a single share. But everybody's selling for a loss on the way down when you should be buying it at the very bottom so that when it goes up, you can make a killing. I don't really know what else to say, so I'm just going to put the entire sector on a full alert because the entire sector is on a full alert right now. So I told you guys not to panic. I could put Don't Panic on. I could put on a full alert. We're having a Cannabis Stocks Resurrection. I could put that on too. And we have a new song coming out tonight. That's all I know. But first, we're going to put on a full alert. Because right now, the entire sector is on a full alert. And I think it's clear if you look at the prices, we are coming from the bottom.
Cannabis stocks and CEO interviews brought to you by Rich TV Live.
We are coming from the bottom. We have found the bottom. Monday was the bottom. November 18th, 2019 was the bottom. Look at the charts.
Rich TV Live.
We got a full alert.
You know it's a full alert, baby.
It's a full alert. We found the bottom. The bottom is in. We found the bottom. We on a full alert. Shorters' faces are getting ripped off. Shorters' faces are getting ripped off, says Bruce Linton. KSHB. What they gonna be?
We gave you all the answers. TRST shit, you know it's Kentress. Don't forget about Africa. We brought you into harvest. But why you still hate on the kid? Why? That shit is far-fetched. It's the 52-week lows. That's just how it goes. Rich TV is here. We about to make some dough. Yeah, right on everything in January. Shit is popping out. Rolling up some good in the backwood. And we bumping clouds. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Yeah, full alert is full alert. Let me take you to the future with ACB on top and Africa right next to that shit in the second slot. I'm like Jordan in his prime, shooting with Pippen, making money all the time, fucking with some man. Kush bottles ain't going nowhere. You know it's gaining hype, and if you ain't watching, you ain't winning. It's time to say goodnight. Gina with the fever, that shit diva with the heater. You can leave that shit with Beaver. I don't fuck with non-believers. I got fire in my pocket, take my way up to Supreme. If you bet on this company, you gon' make some cream. XLY, I got lots of that. It's about to pop and fat. I ain't gotta stop the rap to tell you that you copping that. Vivo, I got that in my Speedo. With eyes closed, eating a burrito. Or eating on some fucking Cheetos. Yeah, you know you buy that shit. It's a new strike on these haters, and the missile get you hit. Yo, bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Bow down, I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a greater trader than you. Yeah, full alert is full alert. Yo, full alert is full alert. Full alert is full alert. Yo, full alert is full alert. Rich TV Live. Ill Kid in the fucking building.
Shout out to Ill Kid, man, for his masterpiece, Full Alert. It's been a while since I can drop a full alert for the sector. Like, this is one of those get your popcorn ready days. We've been waiting for this. A catalyst. And it finally is here. The MORE Act passing the House. 24-10. This is a game changer. This is a historical vote. This could change the course of history as we know it. It has been reported that this is the biggest piece of news for the cannabis sector in 2019. And it couldn't have come at a better time after we had been down for 8 months straight. That's right, 8 months straight. Cody Olson says, and in a less than a month, edibles. Yeah, guys, we got edibles coming. We got cannabis-infused beverages coming. And it hasn't even started. I think Ianthus has a chance to be huge. But they're not profitable yet. They need to become profitable. I know everyone's talking about Mike Babcock getting fired. Well, the Leafs were losing. In Toronto, you don't last long if you're losing. It's not in that city. Is it bad for Canadian stocks that the MORE Act is passing? No, I think it's very good for Canadian stocks. I mean, look at all the Canadian stocks. They all went up today. So clearly, it's not bad for Canadian stocks. They're all connected. The United States is 10 times bigger than Canada, but this sector is very, very connected. Yeah, everyone's saying that Tilt and GTII both had nice numbers. Let's see if I can see those numbers. I've been seeing nice numbers all across the board. Tilt Holdings achieves positive adjusted EBITDA as revenue rises to $46.1 million. GTI grows Q3 revenue 52% from Q2 to $68 million. Let's take a look at GTI. I mean, everybody's reporting strong. $68 million for GTII. Wow. 52% they grew their revenue. Wow. Third quarter revenue increased 296% year over year for GTII. Expect to generate over $200 million in total revenue for fiscal year 2019. Retail expansion on pace with 4 new Rise trademark stores opened during the quarter, bringing total new stores opened year to date to 14. Ample liquidity and financial flexibility to support growth strategy. GTII, one of my top picks that I've been giving you guys, reporting strong numbers. They still had a net loss for the third quarter of $17.1 million. EBITDA and adjusted operating EBITDA for the quarter, as described in the accompanying financial table, was $1.6 million and $14.1 million, respectively, as compared to a loss of $9.4 million and a gain of $5 million, respectively, for the prior quarter. That's amazing growth. Adjusted operating EBITDA margin improved to 20.7% in the third quarter from 11.3% in the prior quarter. Current assets totaled $123.8 million and increased cash and cash equivalents of $66.1 million. Total debt outstanding was $96.9 million. Still not reporting profits, but they're moving in the right direction. Let's take a look at Tilt. That's Green Thumb, GTII. Take a look at Tilt. The revenue is outstanding for a company trading under $1. It's crazy. $46.1 million. This may be one of the most undervalued cannabis companies out there. Tilt Holdings reports third quarter revenue of $46.1 million, positive adjusted EBITDA of US $2.7 million. I believe that is a record for the company. A foundational technology cannabis platform comprised of assets to support brands worldwide, announced today its financial results for the third quarter ending September 30th, 2019, and provided an overview of recent operational highlights. Revenue $46.1 million in the third quarter of 2019, an 18% increase from the second quarter of 2019. Posted first ever positive adjusted EBITDA quarter, $2.7 million, up from negative US $4 million in the second quarter. That is amazing. This is good. Guys, Tilt's going to fly tomorrow, guys. Announced forfeiture of approximately 60 million stock options from its founders, resulting in a positive 37 million adjustment to net income. Wow. Jupiter Research experienced quarter-over-quarter international sales growth of 70%. Commonwealth Alternative Care experienced quarter-over-quarter sales growth of 218%. Wow. Focused corporate strategy highlighted success of core operating assets, including refreshed Tilt website, reached milestone of supporting over 2,000 brands within the cannabis industry, expanded retail offerings from Jupiter Research Asset. This is interim CEO Mark Scatterday. Interesting. Tilt might be very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Wow. This is more good news for tomorrow, folks. This is more good news for tomorrow. We're looking good to have another big day tomorrow. Hey guys, if you like this live stream, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, let the people know we're live. This is amazing. We finally have hit the bottom. If you look at the charts, you can see that we are the lowest we have seen since 2017. You could not be buying Aurora Cannabis for lower than what Aurora was on Monday since 2017. So in my opinion, we have found the bottom. Could we potentially go lower? Anything can happen. But as a cannabis enthusiast, somebody that's been watching the market for 2 years, almost 3 years this January, I've never seen it stay down forever. It always makes runs. So I never thought it was going to just die. But I'm not going to lie to you. On Monday when the market crashed, hey, thank you guys for the 29 likes. I appreciate you guys. Let's get 100 likes on this live stream. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. I love you guys. The greatest community in the world right here, right now on YouTube, the greatest streaming platform in the galaxy. Never thought that the cannabis sector was dead. People were saying the cannabis sector was dead. I'm like, how is that possible? All these companies' revenues keep growing. Yeah, a couple companies' revenues went down, but a lot of them, for the most part, revenues keep growing. How can it be down so bad? They were overhyped. They were overvalued. They were overexposed. They were at 52-week highs just in March. Between March and May, we saw 52-week highs of many of the top cannabis stocks in North America. Thank you guys for the 37 likes. I appreciate you guys. 64 people here, 37 likes. Let's get our like game up. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. If you have a question, if you have a pick you want me to look at, drop it down below. Marco says, thanks, Rich. You the man. In 2021, everyone will thank you. I hope we don't have to wait that long. I think we're going to see an epic resurrection, and it's going to be soon. I feel like we're going to see an epic resurrection, and it's going to be soon. Hopefully, it starts right now. Dan, the IT guy, says, amazing. MJ is hitting like a boss. Boom. Fat Nut says, I didn't get a chance to look at the markets today, but I heard some of the good news. Oh, it's pretty much good all the way around. Andy Hoyle says, acreage on total fire today, Rich. Yeah, it was on fire. On fuego. 40 likes. See, now I'm liking our like game. I love that. Look at you guys. Yes. Frank asked, did Tilt just have their first profitable quarter ever? Anyone know? They had their first adjusted operating income EBITDA quarter ever. That is correct. Should buy the weed ETF then. I think the weed ETF is very, very, very underpriced, undervalued, and underappreciated at these prices, in my opinion. Dan, the IT guy, says, Green Machine kicking it out on Rich TV. Bro, we've been doing this for how long, Dan? Dan, did you think that the cannabis stocks were just dead? People were telling me cannabis stocks are dead. People telling me that they'll never go back to those prices that they were before. I'm like, how is that even possible when they're growing? How is that possible when they're growing? I mean, look at Scott's Miracle-Gro. It's at $100. That's all you got to do is look at Scott's Miracle-Gro. Scott's Miracle-Gro is at $100. It's doing $3 billion in annual sales, and it's doing $300 million plus in net income. That's the blueprint. $3 billion in sales, $300 million in net income, $100 stock. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? I think TerraSens looks great. I think there's so many companies that are going in the right direction right now, and I'm just very excited to be here at the bottom. I'm excited to find the bottom and to call this the bottom. A lot of these companies have issues, but they will work through them. There's 441 cannabis companies. There was 443. We lost 2. There was 443. We lost 2. We're down to 441. Everyone said they're all going to go bankrupt. We lost 2. There's 22 new ones coming, by the way, just in Canada over the next few months that have all filed and are ready to go. 22. We lost 2. We have 441. All the experts are saying there's going to be 5 companies. I'm telling you there's going to be more. I believe on a global scale, you're going to need hundreds, maybe thousands, to be able to do flower, cannabis-infused beverages, extraction, hemp, edibles, CBDs. Like, we're talking trillions. Trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions. How many drug companies are there? How many pharmaceutical companies are there? Are there 5 pharmaceutical companies? Anybody know how many pharmaceutical companies are out there? Are there 5? Because last time I looked, this cannabis sector is like, we're getting into food. We're getting into beverages. We're getting into clothing with hemp. We're in the medicine business with CBDs. We're in the flower business with cannabis. Edibles, chocolates, gummies. It goes on and on and on and on and on. You think these cannabis companies are not going to make money? You think they're all going to go bankrupt? How do you like on Rich TV Live? If you go down to the description of the video, you will see a like button. You just click it. Yeah, the USA is the way to go. The USA is 10 times bigger than Canada. It doesn't mean that the Canadian companies are not going to exist. They are going to coexist with the American companies. But the problem with the Canadian companies is that they're competing with a population that is 10 times bigger than them. So you can't really compete. You can't compete. Fiscally, it's impossible. You're not going to generate as much revenue out of 10 million, out of 30 million people versus 300 million people. It's not, you're not even like, you're 10%. Like Canada's 10% of America, right? So the Canadian companies need to move into America. And they need to move internationally to compete with the American companies. That's a fact. The American companies, the MSOs, multi-state operators, is the way to go. Hey man, Gary V said that we're not even in the first inning. Yeah, everybody was overspending, and now everybody got the memo. They know that they need to show profitability. And everybody's cutting costs. Everybody's firing people. Everybody's reducing their burn rate so that they can get more lean. They can get to profitability. And then once they start showing profitability and they can start growing their balance sheet, that's when you're going to see that these companies are really going to take off. And yeah, this might only last for a few days and it could go back down. Who knows? I don't control the market. But looking at the charts And being someone that's been watching this sector for 2 years unfold and grow, last year, we didn't have revenue, let alone profits. The year before that, we didn't have revenue. So we've gone from having no revenue to having revenue to having profits. A lot of companies last year didn't even have revenue. Some had revenue. This year, we're starting to have lots of revenue and we're starting to have profits. Trulieve has good profits. Adjusted operating income. But it's just the start. Scott's Miracle-Gro is doing $3 billion a year in sales, $370 million plus in net income, $100 stock. This is where the sector's headed. You can't say that this is going to keep going down. Nothing just keeps going down when you see a sector that is growing as far as sales, is growing as far as profitability, is growing as far as new customers, all across the board. Yeah, you're going to see some companies that aren't going to grow every quarter. You're not going to grow up 50% every single quarter. But I also think that a lot of that is due to the fact that these companies are getting ready for edibles. And edibles, when it actually goes, is going to generate a lot of new income for all of these companies. That's a lot of money that they don't have right now that they're going to have. So get ready. Yo, what's up, Chris? Habslayer says, I know this isn't going to be a popular opinion, but I think ACB is going to go down further. This might just be a dead cat bounce. We'll see. I think ACB is cheap, and I think it goes higher. Yeah, Tilt is on the path to profitability, positive EBITDA. These companies are on the companies are getting the memo, guys. The companies are getting the memo. A year ago, you didn't have to be profitable. Cannabis growth went all the way up without being profitable. Now you have to be profitable. Yo, 5 Finger Limited, I'm going to make you a moderator. You're always here and you're always cool, so I'll make you a moderator. Yeah, you can't burn cash forever, of course. Pete, I'm going to make you a moderator too. You're cool. I'm going to make you a moderator too. This channel's for you guys, man. This channel's for you guys. You know, our Telegram group, it's for the community. I'm not even in there half the time. You guys are the ones running that too. I mean, this community is for the people, man. This is about the people. This is for the people. It always has been about the people. It's always been about the people, and it will always be about the people. I'm just the messenger, man. Just the guy that delivers the message. You guys bring me pics, I drop the message. The news comes, we bring the news, and then we talk about it, right? I want to know your opinion. I want to know what you guys are thinking. You know, do you guys think this is the bottom? Is now the time to load up? Do we go lower from here? Do we go higher from here? We had 6 red days in a row. Now we've had 2 green days in a row. What are you guys thinking right now? Love to know what you guys are thinking. Cody, I'm going to make you a moderator too, Cody. Thank you for your support. Hey, man, this is green gold. I've been telling everybody, man, this is green gold. It's green gold. Dylan Fraser says 8 red months. They can at least let us have 2 good days. Well, they have. They've given us 2 good days. Pete Ferraro says, I think if you listen to Rich, you will be rich. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys make me, man. Without you guys, I'm nothing. But with the community, we are powerhouse. Believe me. Andy Hoyle says, water is a steal. Chris Mitch says, stay long and strong. Josh Pitt says, just keep averaging down. Pete Ferraro says, Rich, I love Baby long term. Yeah, I think Baby has a future. I honestly think they have a future. But like a lot of companies, they're just a startup. You know, we're in a brand new sector. It's 1 year old. I want to be here in 10 years. 10 years, we'll see where we're at. Cody Osen says, my #1 channel on YouTube. I appreciate you, man. That means a lot. RD says, lock up your shares from shorters if you're long. Is Terrence Global a good buy at the cheap price? Who's Terrence Global? Dylan Fraser says, see Don Cherry started a podcast. Good for him. I hope he makes millions. Oh, he's already made millions. I don't think for him it's the money. Ross Fleming says, buy the best because the best is blessed. It's true. You know, Ross, I'm going to make you a moderator. Ross, I'm going to make you a moderator too. So as a moderator, you guys have the responsibility to help monitor. Wow, 50 likes, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for 50 likes. You guys have the ability to monitor the channel, help me grow this channel, help me bring new ideas, new picks, have engaging, intelligent conversation, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and kill the trolls. Somebody comes into the group and they start taking the conversation away from anything productive, we can eliminate them. And that's what I love about this. It's freedom of speech, freedom of community. And I want to give you guys the power and you guys the control to make those decisions. I don't want to have to be the one to make all those decisions. It becomes really difficult because I can't even keep up with all the messages sometimes. Because sometimes there's just so many messages because we have such a huge outpouring from the community. People have a lot of things to say. And that's what I love about this community. You know, it's a community of winners. And even through the worst of it, 8 months of red, you know, we've been here and Monday was rough, man. Monday was rough. So I'm really happy to see this turn around. Really happy to see this turn around. This is Edison. This is an organogram subsidiary called Edison. That's their brand. I use TD Direct Investing and RBC Direct Investing. I like to use the banks. They have better execution. Robert Singh says, we got to stick with you, Rich, through thick and thin. I appreciate you, Robert. Thank you, man. Shanna Makala says, the tide has turned, Rich. Thanks for all your hard work. Man, there were some tough days, man. This is a war zone. Stock market is a war zone. Cannabis sector has been a war zone. They got attacked all the way down, shorted all the way down. Bruce Linton said he wanted to rip the shorters' faces off. VREO has been climbing ever since he joined them, very quietly, just climbing. And I truly believe the shortest faces will get ripped off because of their greed. I believe that's what's happening. And I believe that's why the stocks are going up, because the shorters have to cover. P. Ferraro says, if you believe in a stock you own that you are heavily invested in, would you average down and double down? Yes, absolutely. I would have averaged down on Monday. Monday was the day to average down because everything was at the lowest it's been in 2 years. I mean, you couldn't get a better indicator than that. The entire sector is the lowest it's been in 2 years. I've been saying it out loud, man. I've been saying buy the red, buy the red. I talk about it for almost 3 years. Everyone calls me a clown. They call me a clown because I want to help people buy at the bottom. I'm a clown. I'm a clown because I'm helping people buy at the bottom. That makes me a clown in a very fast growing sector where I keep proving to you based on the numbers that all these companies are growing for the most part, and more companies are coming public and will keep coming public because edibles hasn't even legalized yet officially, and either has cannabis infused beverages, either has the Safe Banking Act, either has the MORE Act, either has the CSA Act. Health Canada is going to be opening up 69 new stores between now and the end of this year. They're going to be opening up 40 new stores just in Ontario, forget the rest of the country, next year. I mean, to me, that shows like enormous growth potential. So if we're at the very bottom, lowest we've been since 2017, anybody who was buying between 2017 and now could not have found these prices. So unless it goes much lower, at some point you'd have to expect it's going to go higher because it always goes higher. It's gone higher in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and now we're going into 2020, and it's going to go higher in 2020. How does the new Ontario government policy positively impact the biggest cannabis producers? Are you talking about the policy allowing private companies to distribute their products? Be specific, please, just because there's so many things going on with the news. Pat says, I hope edibles will do good in the rest of Canada. In Quebec, it's going to be so complicated. Peter Eastwood says, Rich, please explain the rights deal I'm looking at for my Cannabis position. The rights, I sold my rights. They were free shares, sold them. And then because I support Cannabis and I own shares in the company, I believe in the business long term, I used the cash to buy shares in the open market. I bought common shares in the open market, and I used that money to support the company, support the stock. Yeah, so Health Canada is now saying that they will work with the private market to distribute products because Health Canada is realizing it's a shit show and they're getting blamed for a lot of stuff. So what they want to do is they want to outsource now so that they don't get their hands as involved when it comes to distribution of products. And I think it's a smart thing. And I think this is really good for the cannabis companies to get away from Health Canada as much as possible because Health Canada is not in the business of distribution. So why are they distributing cannabis products? Makes no sense. Delivery drivers industry-wide for all. Are you referring to the stock? DRVD, I believe. Good for Pineapple Express. Namaste. Yeah. I like that subsidiary, Pineapple Express, for Namaste. Do you think they could make it federally legal in the United States? I believe it's coming. I believe it's coming. Yeah, I think delivery services are going to make a killing. Private delivery services will be able to sell and distribute, not sell, but distribute products on behalf of the LPs as opposed to Health Canada, because Health Canada is not in the business of distribution. So why are they trying to distribute cannabis-related products, cannabis and ancillary products? They shouldn't be. So this is a huge step. So this is just the beginning. Things will get easier. They will get smoother. Like nobody has any issues buying alcohol. You just go to the liquor store, they're on every corner, and you buy alcohol, and the government makes billions. Same thing's going to happen with cannabis. It's just a matter of time. This is the early days. And as an investor, it was illegal to invest in cannabis a few years ago. Now, legally, we can invest in cannabis. There's ups and downs. There's risk involved. But long term, if you believe in the sector, if you believe in the fact that people are going to keep smoking weed, people are going to keep taking CBDs, people are going to keep buying hemp products, people are going to be drinking cannabis-infused beverages, people are going to be using CBDs for medicine and medicinal purposes. If you believe that this is going to happen, people are going to be taking edibles, eating edible chocolates, eating edible infused everything essentially for foods and drinks. If you believe that this will continue, then you would have to assume that the stocks are going to keep going up, especially if these companies keep building their revenues the way they are and they keep growing the way they do. At some point, they're going to show lots of profitability, and you're going to see the stocks absolutely explode, like what we saw today. I think this is just the start, and that's why I believe that we found the bottom. Does anybody think that we haven't found the bottom? Or do you guys think we have found the bottom? Research on CBD is so positive. CBDs are the miracle antidote to many, many, many illnesses. Thank you guys for the 61 likes. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. So do you guys think we have green tomorrow? I believe we will have green tomorrow again. I believe we will have green tomorrow again. We had 6 red days in a row. We've had 2 green days in a row. I will predict tomorrow we will have green. I believe this will continue. We had Green Thumb with strong earnings. We had Tilt with strong earnings. Everything is going in the right direction. The MORE Act has been passed at the House level, 24-10. That news is just circulating. I think tomorrow we see green again. This is my opinion. Let's see. I talk about U.S. wheat stocks all the time. Trulieve is my number one. Do I think that tax loss is behind us? No, people are still going to be selling for a loss because everyone's still down. It's just, hopefully they keep going up and they won't have to sell for as much of a loss because everything is still down dramatically. I mean, we're talking about an entire sector that has gone down like 60, 70% since the highs in March. Like, that's a big drop in a sector. Yeah, Trulieve is my number one, man. It's been my number one for the last few months. Every single top 10, it's in my top 10. It was my top 10 number one for 3 months in a row because they're profitable. I took them out of my number one spot this month just because they've gone up so much. I put Cannabis Growth number one because Cannabis Growth was down and the deal with Drake and so many different reasons. I just felt like they're number one. Because Cannabis Growth has more money in the bank than anybody else. That's why they're number one. How do you think ACB will do on Friday when they apply the 6% VWAP discount on the convertible debt? Yeah, I mean, I think short term they could go down temporarily, but I think that long term it's going to go up because what they're doing is they're actually removing $230 million of debt. That debt's been sitting there on the balance sheet. So they're just going to clean out that debt by selling a bunch of stock. I'm okay with it. Let that stock change hands. I think that Aurora Cannabis is dirt cheap at these prices. I think the upside for Aurora is absolutely enormous from here. These are the lowest prices since 2017, despite the fact that Aurora is in 25 countries and is 10 times the company they were in 2017. Do you think that medical sales can go over recreational, or are they the same? I think that they're both equally as important because when you think about it, in the future, businesses are going to be able to offer cannabis-related services to their employees. That's going to be just so big. And that's just getting rolled out. That hasn't even really started. So that is going to be so big because people are going to be able to prescribe cannabis, CBDs, edibles, beverages. I mean, it's going to be huge. So yeah, I mean, this is just the start, guys. Honestly, don't even think we're even in the first inning. Nelson says, still think Afria is top dog. No, we haven't tried the beverages because they're not on the shelves yet. Cody Olson says, I went to Deep Roots Dispensary in Nevada. Lines of people of all ages out the door. This is a revolution. This is not going to stop. It's going to get cooler. It's going to get better. Planet 13 is going to create a club. I'm going to that club. I'm going to live stream from Planet 13's club. I'm telling you right now. They're talking about getting a pool. I'll be hanging out there day and night. I'm telling you. I'm calling it right now. I'm going to Planet 13 when they get that pool and they get that club. And Rich TV is going to live stream. We're going to live stream from Planet 13 in Vegas. I'm ready, man. I'm down. I'm down for that. That's the experience that I imagined for the cannabis sector. Mike Tyson's talking about creating like an amusement park for cannabis. This is the direction I see this plant going. This is the direction I see this going. And I want to be a part of it. I told you guys, I just want my 1%. Just want my 1%. We're in CBDs now. We're in the clothing business, in shopping. We have our own store. We're in the media business. We're investing in the cannabis sector. Verticals, vertically integrated. Vertically integrated. Rich investor community rally at Planet 13 2021. Maybe sooner. Maybe sooner. Cannabis World, man. That's what I'm talking about. Cannabis World. That would be like Chuck E. Cheese for adults, man. Chuck E. Cheese for adults. Get high as fuck and then go play games. I should go do bumper cars with a bunch of other people that are high as fuck. You tell me that shit isn't exciting? That's why I'm here, man. That's what I dreamt of 2.5 years ago when we started this channel. You know? It's happening. It's happening, man. Like, you can drive with cannabis in Canada in your car. In your trunk, you can have an ounce. Like, that's pretty cool. Cannabis World, man. Hello? Hey. You know where I'm at? What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Just come here. Oh, go get that first and then come here. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go, man. Right now. Yeah. Sure. Just call me. I'm good. Yeah. Okay, bye. That's the funniest thing I ever heard. Cannabis World, man. A dream. A man can dream. Yeah, you can drive with it in your trunk. You can have an ounce on you in your trunk. And you can have an ounce on you at home. You can grow 4 plants at home, 4 feet tall. This is all possible in Canada right now. It's coming to America. It's coming to America. Smokin559 says, I'll be there with you guys when it goes down at Planet 13. Yo, see? Do you guys not see how cool that is? Do you know how much money they're going to make? Everyone's going to be mad pasties, smoking weed, getting mad pasties. They're going to want cannabis-infused beverages. They're going to go grab themselves a cannabis-infused beverage, probably a beer with some cannabis in it. That sounds cool, right? Dan, the IT guy, says he's there too. I mean, who's down for that? You know, I'm down, man. I don't know, man. This is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. So yeah, there's a lot of cannabis enthusiasts. There's a lot of retail investors that are new investors. Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. Just invest in the best. I'm going to prove something to you guys. Take a look at IIPR. Take a look at VGW. Take a look at Labs, LABS. Take a look at GRWG. Take a look at HMJI. Those are all cannabis companies that are up in 2019. HMJI is up because they're betting that the cannabis sector is going to go down. That's why they're up, and they were right. So that's a great tool for us The next time the cannabis sector gets to all-time highs, the HMJI will be an amazing tool, and I'll be talking about it and I'll be buying it, okay? But all the others are cannabis companies that are profitable, that are growing, and they're up in 2019. That is the blueprint. Now, people are saying, well, why isn't Labs and why isn't VGW and why isn't GRWG going up as much as everybody else right now? Because they're already up. They're already up. A lot of their peers are down. A lot of their peers are down. They're up. That's why they're not going up as much, because these stocks are starting to trade around real fundamentals. Hope you guys are enjoying this green. Instead of being in a bloodbath, we're in a green bath, green gold bath, which I absolutely love. I'm enjoying. Hope you guys are loving it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. This is a very exciting time for an investor. I hope we have found the bottom. If we did find the bottom on Monday, then that was the day to really load up. Tomorrow will be very interesting to see what happens. Cowboys USA said, I made money today on ACB. Let's go Cowboys. Pot stocks on the up except my boys at Sproutly. Yeah, I mean, not everything is going to go up, but overall the sector was heavily up. Hey, man, love the Cowboys. Mad respect. Mad respect. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for the 69 likes. I know a lot of you guys have dirty minds, so as soon as I said that number 69, all kinds of weird things are going through your mind. Xena didn't move at all. Yeah, I mean, obviously Xena has problems. That's why they're down as low as they are. What do I think about CBDMD? You know what? I need to look into them more, but I've been watching them and they've been doing pretty good. So they look very interesting to me. Very, very interesting to me. Michael says, we hit the bottom 2 days ago. Glad I've been blindly loading up on CGC, Cron, and Afria. Great work. Congratulations. You got balls of steel, man, to be buying when everything was crashing. It takes balls of steel. Is there hope for MedMen to get back to over $1? I absolutely think so. I absolutely think so. Early Hunter says Xena is being highly manipulated. Yeah, I think that that's a very big possibility. I think a lot of stocks have been highly manipulated. Everything went down. Today, the MORE Act gets passed by the House, 24 to 10 in a historic vote. Cannabis enthusiasts are celebrating everywhere. It's not official. It hasn't been signed by the president, but this is a great start. And fireworks are happening all over the place. What is a good stock to buy for tomorrow, guys? I think right now everyone needs to really look at Trulieve. I think everyone needs to look at Labs. I think everyone needs to look at Valens Growworks. I think at these prices, everyone should be looking at Aurora. I think everyone should be looking at Afria. You know, I would be looking at Tilray. I'd be looking at Cannabis Growth Corp. I'd be looking at GTII. I'd be definitely watching Tilt tomorrow because they reported strong. I will not be surprised to see Tilt explode tomorrow. GTII reported very strong. I would not be surprised to see them explode tomorrow. A lot of good companies doing very well right now because they're reporting strong. Yep, I hope the bloodbath is over too, Sumit. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Juju. I think there's better options out there. Bob says, do you think Halo is not realizing its full potential because it is over-the-counter USA and Neo in Canada? Seems to be unrecognized. Yeah, I think it's early game for Halo. I think they're a good company. I think they have good management. They're good guys. They're transparent. They work hard. They're growing. And I think that they're moving in the right direction. And they will get to a better and bigger exchange when they qualify. Scott Norris says, Terry, Xena probably won't move until after November 27th when the rights expire. Josh Pitt says Hexo is a good price too. I think everything is down. And if you look at the charts, you can see that everything is pretty low. Cowboys USA said, I made money because of your video. Which video? I put out so many videos, bro. Ross Fleming says, thoughts on Kushko Rich? I think they are undervalued. Absolutely love Kushko. One of my favorite picks and shovels type play in the bottling side of the cannabis and packaging side of cannabis related products. Revenue is growing quarter over quarter. Love them. I think they have huge potential and they're grossly undervalued. Grossly undervalued. Pete Ferraro says, why do cannabis stocks sell off on earnings? TerraSend went up to 320 USD and dropped to 258 at the end of the day. I think that people are taking profits. I think that shorts are covering and then, maybe shorting again. It's a big game. There's a lot of manipulation going on in the markets and it's capitulation. It's a war zone. So what's happening is the market is all knowing and the market knew that these stocks were highly overvalued because they had no profit, highly overappreciated, highly overexposed. So they went down. At some point, it was going to stop and the market was going to realize that they are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, and the company's revenues will continue to grow and become more and more profitable to the point where we can actually justify their market share, their capitalization, and their market cap. And they can justify their market cap with real EBITDA, revenue on the balance sheet, and assets that are tangible. And this is a process. And we've been here for almost 36 months talking about it, watching it. You can go back to 2017 and see all of our videos. Aurora Cannabis was making no revenue. Cannabis Growth was making no revenue. Like none of these companies were making revenue in 2017. I mean, the revenue was insignificant, and now they're making hundreds of millions, and people are saying they're not doing enough. I mean, they went from very little to a lot in a very short period of time, and in my estimation, they will only continue to grow. So I think that the numbers will only grow. I think it's proven in the sense that they've been growing, and when you add edibles, cannabis-infused beverages, and more stores, specifically in Canada, they're going to grow exponentially. They have to. In America, with the Safe Banking Act making it possible for banks to actually deal with cannabis companies is a huge catalyst. The More Banking Act, which is going to be able to allow people that have had cannabis-related charges to essentially have them retried and potentially get thrown out. So people are coming home. People are coming home on this news. Like, that's big. And then there's the CSA Act, the Controlled Substances Act, which is another act which getting passed is like descheduling cannabis as a Schedule I drug. You want to talk about big? Could there be a bigger catalyst? My goodness. We're talking about some big catalysts. Cowboy USA says, show me the bull behind you. I will to eliminate the bears. Michael York says, the market is huge. These are just speed bumps. And the market is all knowing. The market is all knowing. Tay says, what's up, bro? How you doing? I just watched your video on this. I'm doing great, man. It was a great day. It's nice to see the cannabis sector turn around. We've been beat up for 8 months. I feel like we've been at war and we've been getting beat up bad, and it's like a Rocky movie, it's like the 7th inning and we're coming back, but really it's just the first inning because we haven't even started. Gary V says that he's still taking his shit and they haven't even thrown out the first fucking pitch. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this baby is just getting started. I think this bad boy is just getting started. I've been here for a minute, man. I've been here for almost 3 years talking about these cannabis stocks every day. Before everybody else started talking about cannabis stocks, your boy was here talking about cannabis stocks. Z Lazy says, if the Canadian big caps were to receive proper financing like other Canadian corporations, then it would be highly beneficial. They were getting a lot of funding. It was coming in waves. And then CanTrust had their scandal and they lost their license, or it's been suspended. And because of that, I think that the banks decided to pull back. And I think that the banks are starting to feel comfortable again. Rich, if you could load up on only one, Aurora or Cureleaf. Whew. I like them both. I'd have to say 50-50 in both. Why not just put 50-50 in both? You got $2,000, $1,000 in Aurora, $1,000 in Cureleaf. Let's go. I think both have huge potential. But to recap, basically, this is a decriminalization act, yes, for cannabis use. Anybody who has been charged with a cannabis-related crime would have to then be retried in a court of law. And then based on what the new rules will be, they may actually get completely thrown out and be able to walk home free. So this is huge news. This is historic news. And there's a lot of people that are still negative about this because they're living in the 1950s and the 1960s and they need to get their head out of their ass. But the people that are very progressive, the people that understand the future, that are thinking of the future, that are thinking of the medicinal part of this plant and the medicinal benefits of cannabis, they see where this is going and they see the potential. The potential is astronomical. Then the IT guy says, true, Rich, that's how we came together 4 years ago. No, bro, it hasn't been 4 years. Not even 3 years, bro. It feels like 4 years. It's not even been 3 years. January 2017 will be 3 years, Dan, when we started going live and making videos about cannabis. Tay asks, do you think the next step is legalization on a national level? I think it's coming. Yes. I think it's coming. It's here in Canada already, and I never thought it would happen in Canada, not in my lifetime, and it's here. So why not? There's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure is building. There's a lot of momentum for this. There's a lot of people that are for this. That means a lot of votes, and votes can really swing based on pressure. So yeah, I think this is happening in a big way. Z Lazy says, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the 420 stocks. Yeah, the 420 stocks are crazy, man. Dan, the IT guy, says, I have been watching this sector since 2009. Wow. You are a true enthusiast, my friend. Cowboys USA says, 2020, let's party, come to Houston. Hey, man, I would love to. I'm a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. I've never been to a Dallas Cowboys game. My dream is to go to a Dallas Cowboys game. I'm a huge fan of Jerry Jones, huge fan of Dak Prescott, huge fan of Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper. Just a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys and, even their, alumni like Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. Like, I grew up watching these guys, I love the Cowboys, man. You want to see the bull behind me on the wall? It's actually not a bull. You want to see what it is? It's not a bull. It's horses, stallions. Stallions. Oh, it's true. Funny shit. US gonna legalize it after Trump is out. Trump ain't going out. Trump ain't going nowhere. Cody Olson says, I'm going to a Cowboys game in Vegas when the Raiders Stadium is done. That would be lit. Chris Mitch says, no way. Trump to legalize now before the boom hits. Trump makes the right moves to make money. Stock market's at all-time highs. Trump's really done a good job making sure that the markets are very, very strong. People are flourishing. I think that Trump is going to see the potential benefits of the plant. He's allowed all the states to do what they need to do. I think that he'll continue to do whatever is going to make the most money for America. He wants to make America great. He's going to do the right thing. U.S. president can only run 2 terms. No, I know. So he's got another term coming up. He's got another 4 years. That's a long time. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Cowboys USA. Thank you so much for your support too, man. Without you guys, none of this is possible, man. It's been a lot of tough days, man. I don't like to see people lose. So I'm just happy to see green, and hopefully this will continue. And I kept saying that when things were down, especially on Monday, that it was an amazing buying opportunity. But obviously you got to have balls of steel, and you got to be just like, just fearless to buy when you see like all-time lows for 2 years. Franco says ACB and Hexo, my horse, not selling. Hey, man, I won't be selling anything in the red. That's for damn sure. Joel Vidal says, let me get your thoughts on GWPH. Crazy drop and can't find a reason. Well, I think that their price is just really high. And they need to go to a real level. Just like Tilray did. GW Pharma is a good company, but still they need to go to a real level. Just like IIPR has been coming down, and people are asking why. They need to go to a real level. These prices are ridiculous. Franco says, big rally, Yahoo. Been a crazy day today. I'm excited to see all the green. Hopefully this will continue. I believe we found the bottom on Monday. If you look at the charts, we were the lowest we have seen since 2017. Since then, we've seen Trulieve report great numbers, Curaleaf report great numbers, GTII report great numbers, Tilt report great numbers. It's almost as if it was just planned. It's almost as if this entire thing is planned. Unknown Territory says, yeah, it's a bottom. Told you all it's going to run, turn around, have rocket up its ass. Hungry Mind Books, what about MediPharm Labs? Why aren't they flying up their profitable, great company? Because they're already up 400% this year. So when stocks are already up 400%, they're only going to go up so much. Everything else is down. That's why they're going up. But the stocks that are already up, they're not going to move up as much because they're already up 400%. That's why they're not moving up as much. But I still love them a lot. Unknown Territory says, do you think it will go up rest of year or find another bottom? I think it's possible it could definitely go down again. We are in tax loss selling season. But as a cannabis enthusiast, as an investor that's holding a lot of stock, I really do want it to go up, and I hope it does go up from here. And I have seen it go up before between November and January. So it wouldn't be the first time, and it would be fantastic. It would be absolutely fantastic. Franco says, I bought on the way down. I'm down big, but rally will come again. I'm holding for long term. Yeah, it was scary at one point, but I'm not selling for a loss. I'm down 30K, not selling until I'm up. And my attitude is always, if you're down, try to lower your cost, wait for the explosion, and then when the explosion comes and if you're green, if you want to get out, if you're green, just get out. If you're looking for profit, if you see 10% or more, you should be ready to sell. If the stock goes higher than that, and then it starts to come down, sell it. You know what I mean? If it keeps going higher, don't sell. If the momentum is up, wait. If it keeps going up, don't sell. But if you start seeing it starts to calm down and now it's down to like 12% up and it's close to that 10% mark, sell. Take your money and run. Thank the stock gods for your daily bread and take the money and run. July of 2018, on the sandy beaches of Puerto Plata, I sold my Troom position for 105, the good old days. And now I'm upset and embarrassed about my position in Troom. You win some, you lose some. Well, I think a lot of people will say that about a lot of their positions right now that's been holding anything for the last 8 months, because everything has gone down in the entire sector between like 50 to 70%. Some stocks are down like 95, 97%. It's been absolutely a bloodbath. Unknown Territory says, what do you think about ACB now going forward? I think that they have enormous potential. I think these prices are a gift. These are the lowest prices since 2017. I made a video not too long ago saying ACB was going to double, and I believe they will. I believe they will. They went down ever since. Andrew Left is saying that they're going to zero. I don't believe they're going to zero. I believe that ACB is a good company. I think that ACB is getting closer to profitability. I think that they will be profitable, and I think that they will be a very, very strong company. So thank you guys for the 77 likes. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Greatest community on YouTube right here, the Rich TV Live community. You guys are amazing. You guys are the best. You guys are blessed. Now let's leave you guys with a good tune here. I believe we have found the bottom. There is a lot of catalysts to believe that we have found the bottom. Acreage Holdings up 23%. Harbor up 21%. T-God up 21%. Canopy Growth up 15%. Curaleaf up 15%. Ianthus up 14%. Fire and Flower up 14%. Aurora Cannabis up 12%. CVSI up 12%. CXXI up 11%. Is it Christmas? Holy smokes. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's a good one. It's a good one. I call this a Cannabis Stocks Resurrection. Would you guys call that a Cannabis Stocks Resurrection? Would you call this a Cannabis Stocks Resurrection? What about Cannabis? Hey man, I hold Cannabis. Hopefully one day they'll rip the shorter spaces off too. Hold a lot of cannabis stocks. Some are gonna go up, some are gonna go down. Gotta lower that cost, man. Lower that cost, wait for the explosion, and when it comes, take the money and run, baby. Take the money and run. Congratulations to all the winners today on the Cannabis Stocks Resurrection 2019. Here we go.
Haters and they trolls, they're trying to get
I like the agriflora news.
To put lawsuits on these companies. Meanwhile, what they're trying to do is create a distraction so we don't take advantage of
we have to wait for the
Cannabis
Senate,
stock
but hey,
resurrection.
it passed the House. That's
really
the start.
what's going on.
Now they have a lot of pressure.
This is your boy, Rich.
Now they're gonna have a lot of pressure. Thank you, Stock Dogs, for the daily day.
One day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money. We gon' live all life. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings. I'ma feel alright. One day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money. We gon' live all life. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings. I'ma feel alright. Shortest can't take us down. It's the time to buy and put your money in. Let the profits maximize. We the people stay true and we don't stand for lies. Canada, we the leader for the legalized. Herb be the cure for all the sick and all the broken. We wanted this for years and they thought we were joking. Nah, We were always patient. Cannabis for you and me and all the nations. So all my brothers and all my sisters, go on and light it up. Go on and take it to the head when the times are tough. I know we buying in the red, that's the sign of luck. Don't panic, we gotta manage, the time is us. And I don't care for the lefts and all the market makers. But I swear they nuts, I call them salty haters. Big pharma trying to get him for a piece of it. Because they know the medication, we don't believe in it. I'm so happy it's over, all the prohibition. And now we're here, it's Rich TV, the coalition. There's no locking or stopping because we on a mission. Teach the people they spreading lies, it's a contradiction.
You want to make money, invest in the top cannabis stocks in Canada and the United States that are revenue generating. Invest in the best because the best is blessed. This is your boy Rich, and we're out. Peace. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is a cannabis stock revolution. It's true. Get ready for the resurrection. I'm out. Peace.
I'm talking Jordan Belfort. Let's open up scenarios. Wolf of Wall Street, and I ain't talking about the DiCaprios. The man predicted markets. He knew it was going to explode. He knew it was making money, and he knew to crash your homes. Oh, yeah, these are the big boys. He also predicted the crash of bitcoins. That's a big short. Stop acting like a big dork. I'ma get this pie, no lie. I need a big fork. I know about the tactics. The short is making money off the people's back is horseshit. I'm telling you, take caution. Everything is so corporate. I'm trying to make enough money to give to all the poor kids, and that is what the herb is for. Helping people feed the poor. All we need is life, so stop thinking that all you need is more. And now we here, but our past, yeah, we can't forget. It's time to grow, and you know we getting out of debt. One day we gon' fly, we gon' make this money, we gon' live our life. We can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. One day we gon' fly, we gon' make this money, we gon' live our life. We can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright.
But the real Wolf of Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Jordan Belfort believes in cannabis stocks. The new Wolf of Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Rich TV Live loves and believes in cannabis stocks. The question is, do you believe in cannabis stocks, and will you achieve?
I think that's the song. I gotta go. I'm out. Peace.